Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Real Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. Jota, and in this video I wanted to talk to you all I wanted to make a different video regarding to Haaland and Real Madrid and all these rumors we've been hearing about over the last 24 hours, claiming that Real Madrid is about to sign Erling Haaland for the next season, and of course it'll be announced this weekend, because I wanted to know what was the origin, where all this information was coming from, and I wanted to know because I was pretty sure that it was coming from a Twitter account. There are a bunch of Twitter accounts out there who claim to know a lot of very important information regarding to transfers and signings of Real Madrid and a lot of another different hot topics regarding to Real Madrid. There are a bunch of accounts out there, and not all of them though are really, are, in my opinion, are fake actually. It's not real, the information they're talking about. But in this case, considering that all this information regarding to Haaland was coming from Marco Barzaghi, which is a journalist in Italy and very good friend of Fabrizio Romano, who is another very important journalist in Italy. In my opinion, there was a part of truth in that information, so that's why I shared that information with you all, because in my opinion, there was a possibility for Real Madrid to be in kind of negotiation for Erling Haaland for the next year, but I wanted to make my own research in order for me to know what was the origin, where all this information was coming from, because I was pretty sure that it was coming from a Twitter account. And finally, I think I found the origin. I think I found the Twitter account that claimed that Real Madrid was about to sign Erling Haaland, and that Twitter account is right in front of your eyes right now, and that is the account, the JJ Garcia RM is the account where all this information is coming from. That was the first tweet. That was the first tweet claiming that Erling Haaland was about to sign for Real Madrid for the next season, right this weekend apparently. So let me tell you something. This information, this tweet was posted in June the 14th, yesterday, 6:12 p.m. in Spain. I think that is the time for this tweet. So the Marco Barzaghi information was pretty much at that time in Spain. When I uploaded the video about Barzaghi and Haaland and the information about that, it was, let me confirm, let me double check what was the time. It was it was in the afternoon in Houston in the United States. So my guess is that it was pretty much around 8 p.m. in the night in Spain, right? So this tweet was 2 hours before that information from Barzaghi. So what Barzaghi was tweeting was pretty much a replica. It was pretty much a response or the same thing that this account was tweeting at that time. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, in my opinion, this is the account who built up this super huge rumor and spread it around in the first position, in the first time. You know what I'm saying? So Barzaghi was pretty much copying this tweet about Erling Haaland. So in my opinion, I'm not saying here, so the point of this whole video is not to unveil if this information is true, if this information is fake. No. The point of this whole video is to let you know who or which account, in my opinion, started this whole thing yesterday. Because there are a bunch of Twitter accounts out there, like I said in the beginning of the video, there are a bunch of accounts out there claiming that they have very good information regarding to Real Madrid, because they are, they have contacts in the board members, they have information firsthand to let us know what is going on in Real Madrid about pretty much everything, about Mbappe, about Erling Haaland, about, the different plans that Real Madrid have for the next season. So when it comes to this, particularly to this account, I've been checking and scrolling down about the different tweets that this account has been posting over the last 2 weeks. And for example, there are a lot of mistakes in these predictions, or that this account have in different predictions. For example, it was predicting that Sergio Ramos was going to play for Sevilla, but now we certainly know that Ramos will extend, not for Sevilla, but for PSG. And now we are about to confirm that Sergio Ramos will stay in Real Madrid. That is number one. For example, number two, let me take a look here. Yeah, number two is that Rafa Varane was going to play for Manchester United, and that is not true. I mean, he's very close now to play for PSG. And also is claiming that Marcelo is moving out to Juventus de Turin, which is pretty much fake. I mean, it's known by everybody in Real Madrid that Marcelo wants to stay as well in Real Madrid. You know what I'm saying? And this tweet was posted last June the 3rd. So 12 days ago. 12 days ago. And that means that he was pretty off. I mean, pretty wrong when it comes to different predictions about the players of Real Madrid. So from my understanding, the main conclusion I can get from these wrong predictions and stuff is that this account will not be right, will not be correct with the rumor of Erling Haaland. I mean, I don't know if this account is just inventing this information, but in my opinion, it's not true, and it's simply not true that Real Madrid will be announcing the signing of Erling Haaland the next week, and it's pretty much impossible. It's very, very hard. I mean, it's very difficult to accept the fact that Real Madrid and Erling Haaland have reached an agreement, and it's pretty much because the future of Erling Haaland is not decided yet, and we will have to wait for the next year. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised though if Real Madrid sign a player up front, sign a player before any other team, because it's pretty known in the soccer spectrum that every time Real Madrid is interested in a player, tries to sign the player before any other team can goes ahead and sign that player. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised from that perspective. But on the other hand, it's really hard to believe that a player like Erling Haaland will announce or will reach any kind of agreement with Real Madrid with still one season ahead to stay playing for Borussia Dortmund. And the other reason is pretty much because Manchester United is about to sign Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund. So can you imagine Borussia Dortmund getting rid of both players, getting rid of the two best players in Borussia Dortmund? I mean, I can't believe it. I mean, it sounds really weird for me that you want to sell two players the same season and two of the arguably best players that you have. It's almost impossible to believe. You know what I'm saying? So from that point, from that perspective, and this is my opinion, this is just what I think. I mean, I might be wrong, of course, because we have seen much more weird things in the soccer world, but I lean to think that this is not true. Real Madrid doesn't have any kind of agreement with Erling Haaland, and Erling Haaland won't know his own future until the next season. So we will have to wait at least 12 more months for us to know, in order to know what is going to happen to Erling Haaland and Real Madrid and all these teams around Erling Haaland, because there are much more of one team interested in signing Erling Haaland for the next season. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be careful. We have to be aware with all these Twitter accounts, because not all of them are true. Actually, I would say that all of them are fake, or not fake, but not all of them have the best information. And some of them, the only thing they want to get is pretty much attention, and that's it. So be careful, guys, every time you go into Twitter account, you log in into your Twitter account, because not all the things you see, not all the accounts you see are true. And especially for all the people, or all those of you who don't live in Spain, because you are not familiar with the rumors, with the accounts and all the stuff. Be careful, be advised, be vigilant, because not every single, tweet that these accounts post in Twitter are true. So be careful with that. I did my research and now I can confirm what was the origin of all this information, and I would say 70% sure, 70% chance this information is simply not true. So now let me know your thoughts about that. Just comment in the section below, and of course subscribe my channel, Real Madrid Hub.